Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are doing how to clean or how to wash your brushes, makeup brushes of course, and I'm going to be showing you two ways, and the first way is what I use the most all the time. I've been using it for several years now. I like them deep cleaned. So I'm going to show you two ways, and these are the products that I use to clean out. First of all, I'm going to be using this Sigma brush cleaning mat that I got. I'm not so sure if this is the original one. This might be a dupe slash fake one. I think this was bought on AliExpress and it was probably like $5, so I'm not so sure if this is the real one. But it works perfectly with the products that I'm going to be using to clean it. This mat, I use it like this. So for example, this is a face brush I'm going to be using to show you. So on the mat, there are little subjects on here. So like this one says wash face, this one is rinse face, and this one is refine. So what I do is I dip this in the product that I use, I put a little bit of water in it, and then I go in the wash. That takes off all the makeup. So you won't be able to see it because my hand gets in the way, so I do apologize. But I do the wash first, then I rinse it, I come back to this side and go on here, and everything else leaves. And then I just go in here with the refined part. Honestly, I don't know what the heck the refined part does. I just do it because by the time this ends, there's absolutely nothing in my brush. Even the dirtiest brush, when I use this method, it works. The first method is going to be the Dawn soap and olive oil. So I use these two. I use a plate, and in the plate I'll put half of the side Dawn, half of the other side olive oil. They kind of touch each other, and then I just go in the middle and go in there with the brush. You'll see it in the video. Dawn soap you can use on absolutely everything. You can even use it on your pets. This thing is super safe and clean, and I know the olive oil keeps your brushes, I don't know what the word is, I don't want to say moisturized, but it just keeps it, no, the word isn't fresh either. I'm gonna look for the word, I'm inserting it right here because right now I am illiterate. So this is my first method. The thing I used that you're going to be seeing in the video is the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap, and this is the lavender scent. I think it's the lavender scent, yeah. And what I did with this is I put it in water, and I put some of this, I guess you dilute this with water. So I dipped the brush. So for example, I dipped my brush into the water bowl with the soap, and I just put it in there. So when I use the Castile soap, I still use the same method with the Sigma spa mat. I use the same things like the wash, the rinse, and the refine, but I didn't see as many soap suds or like makeup residue coming off like I did with my original method. And of course I didn't, because Dawn is heavier, so it's thicker soap, but it still got rid of all the makeup in the brush, and it made less mess because the soap suds stay on here. You have to rinse it off, of course, but it did make less of a mess, and it still got the job done. I do recommend both, but my favorite one is of course the olive oil and the Dawn soap because I've been using that for a while, and I feel like it deep cleans it. I like that it has that heavy soap and I can see it coming off. So I really do like that. I know that my brushes are clean and I can feel them being clean. This is my method. These are my two methods that are affordable, fast, and achievable, because most likely you'll have these things laying around. You probably cook with olive oil. You probably have dish soap. Dawn is my favorite, again, because it's the safest and you can use it on anything. And then this Castile soap, this small one I used, I got at Target for $1.99. If you have different methods, leave them down below because I would like to try other ones. And here is the video. I do apologize for my hand getting in the way, but I'm gonna get better at it, I promise. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, so we have the setup here. I'm setting up in the bathroom, and I'm gonna start with the Dawn soap and the olive oil. That's my first method that I spoke about. And I have a plate here, paper plate, where I'm going to put half of the Dawn soap on one side, and then the other side the olive oil. See how they intertwine in the middle? And that is my Sigma spa mat for my brushes that I'm putting in the sink. And we're going to start off with a face brush. I'm going to show you real quick. in the middle right there. Both of those products touch each other, so I perfectly just swing it in there. And here I'm doing the wash face part that we spoke about on the mat. Putting some water on it. You can barely see there. I'm trying to show you how much makeup was on there, but I don't know if you can see very well. And then I'm using the wash part here, the rinse part, and the refine part, and it is done here. I'm gonna show you on the paper napkin that there's no residue of makeup whatsoever. And that's what I do with all my brushes. I make sure that none of them have any makeup residue, because if they do, you can easily just wash it again. Now I'm going to show you another face brush, same method. Mixing both of those products, putting a little bit of water, doing the wash face part of the mat first, going in, doing the rinse part, and then the refine. This one had some difficult makeup way in, like deep in the bristles. I remember that. I have to go in there again. This is an eye brush, and I'm going to use the left side of the spa mat. See, that's the wash part. Then I put some water and do the rinse, more water, and do the refine. And that's that one's done too. Same thing, I have to check to make sure there's no makeup residue on it. This one is super freaking dirty, and I had to do this one twice. Go in there. This one had a lot of makeup. This is my, what is this one called? Stippler. Why can't I remember the freaking name of the brush? Stipple brush, I think. And it just accumulates a lot of makeup deep in there. So I had to wash this one twice. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the Castile soap and how I use that. Put some water, and I dropped in, I think it was like 3-4 drops of this soap. It doesn't come out soapy, it's just kind of flat. So I mixed it in with one of the brushes and had a little bit of soap suds, but not a lot. And the first one I'm going to use is an eye brush, of course. And I barely tapped it on there, but really you should just submerge it in there. No wrong in that. Go ham. And I'm doing that same method. Wash first, rinse first, second and then refine last. Now I'm going to show you how I clean my beauty blenders. I use this soap. I don't know how to say it in English. In Spanish, I call it zote. It's a pink soap. It smells delicious, and usually people use it for their clothes. But you just wet the beauty blender and you just rub it against the pink soap until all the makeup comes off. And that is how I clean my beauty blenders. Boom. It's a favorite method, easy method, fast. Sometimes and it's easy because with a beauty blender you don't have to wait for it to dry. You can just use it. So sometimes if your beauty blender is dirty, just quickly grab one of those babies. It literally takes less than 2 minutes. Now here are my babies, all clean, fresh, new, all clean, finally. I hate washing them, but it has to be done. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.